Spinning, it's spinning. I guess we're live now. It says we're live.
I was alive before we even started. I don't know how about you, but
well, I had to come down here and hit the button, so I must have been alive too.
I mean, I was a little tired, maybe a little sluggish, but still alive and kicking.
I was just beat from working all day.
What'd you end up doing all day?
I had to do my day job stuff.
I was just beat from working all day.
Hang on, I might.
What'd you end up doing all day?
Hang on, this
deja vu. Wow.
There. You'd think that I'd know to mute the other screen.
But no. Minor detail.
I'm not that good yet. This.
Minor detail.
Yeah. So, well, we've got, I see a lot of people in the chat.
There are quite a few in the chat here.
76 here. We got the Adventures of the Hudsons, Kristen Williams, Bonnie, Zumlick, Rosie's Random Treasures.
I think we got mail today from Rosie's Random Treasures. I mean, we'll open it on Sunday Nights Live, but we got mail. So
how does that work? I mean, we all sent it to the Wooster because we sent you a birthday card.
Yeah.
Did that?
So it's the same way that anything else works in the Postal Service. You put it in a forward order. The forward order pushes it all to where we're going. So I have a temporary forward order until May because originally the plan was we were coming back May. It was only going to be a temporary forward order. There was no way we wanted to give a permanent address to everybody down in Florida for a temporary location. So the permanent address is always going to be Worcester, whatever you want to say. It's always going to be that. But the reality is we're going to end up with a permanent. We don't have an address in Florida. In our area of Florida, there are no permanent addresses. You have to have a P.O. box. But everything is going to be Worcester. Frankly, legally wise, everything needs to be Worcester because that's the headquarters. That's the main location. That's why everything is Worcester, Worcester, Worcester. We tell everybody Worcester, Worcester, Worcester. They go, you're in Florida. It doesn't matter. It goes to Worcester. It comes to Florida. So that's how it all works. It's a temporary forward order, but I'll just renew the forward order, and we will have a permanent P.O. box in Florida, but there'll be another temporary forward order that'll go towards to Florida.
But you're still planning on coming back for a few days in May for the court thing, right?
I have to be back for the court date, May 10th. That is a jury trial. There's no way they're gonna finalize that in one day. Now, again, my lawyer thinks that they're gonna try and resolve the issue before a jury trial. Brian's lawyer has said the exact same thing. You're gonna win. Don't know what you're gonna win, but you're gonna win. She's losing so much money over this ridiculousness. Unless her lawyer is the highest priced lawyer in Wayne County, $400 an hour. Unless her lawyer is actually doing this pro bono, which we don't believe he is, we believe what he's doing is he's doing it until the sale of the property, and then she will pay him from the sale of the property. Well, she's not sold the property. Nobody's even made an offer on the property except for me. She's offered the property to me. Originally, it was like $129,999. I made an offer of the original offer. I think it was $25,000 cash or $30,000 cash or something. She countered $115 or whatever. The last conversation was she was at $100,000 cash. I was at $50,000 cash, and I will not go any higher than $50,000 cash. She's being sued for loss of income and any damages. That total is well over $1 million right now. Now, that doesn't mean a jury is going to actually award me that. That's what she's being sued for. You know as well as I do, you can sue anybody for anything. It doesn't mean you're going to win. It doesn't mean that you're going to get the amount. So a jury will actually decide. Now, others have said on our videos, well, to get a settlement of over $1 million, you have to prove a loss of $1 million. No kidding. So,
okay, but those are $1 million as actual damages. Are you going for punitive on top of that?
So we will go on punitive on top of that. So that's just loss of income. She's over $1 million in a loss of income right now because she's locked me out of my place of work. Not only has she locked me out of my place of work, I had to relocate, buy a $250,000 piece of property. Now I have to build a $500,000 warehouse. It just adds up and it adds up and it adds up and it adds up. And there's no way in Hales she will ever be able to pay any of it. And so what will happen is we'll have to settle. So let's say they even go, all right, you do owe Jeremy $500,000. We're going to award Jeremy $500,000. There's no way she can pay it. And it'll have to be a settlement on the building. But she's also going to end up owing Brian, her partner, and there's no way she'll be able to pay it. So there'll have to be a settlement on property. It'll have to be, unless it settles beforehand. So I don't think there's anybody in their right mind that thinks she can win. She's done so many crooked things, but we'll see.
I was involved in a lawsuit where I was the expert witness for the plaintiff, and I had to go to downtown Akron. Like, this was like a month before the trial, and we were going to do a deposition where the defense attorney was going to like depose me and ask me a bunch of questions. And as I was actually sitting in the lobby of the building that I was going to go upstairs and get this deposition when the case settled, like right then and there. So they bring it like all the way up to the line, sometimes.
Yeah.
Before they do anything. So.
Yep. And they may do that in this case too, but I think so people go, you have to prove loss of income. Well, it's hard to prove loss of income if you didn't make that income. What you do prove is you go, this is what I was making beforehand. This is what I should have been making. So one of the things they've done is they've asked for all of my bank records, and I am not giving Marilyn and her lawyer my bank records. None of them. I bank with multiple banks, multiple businesses, multiple accounts. They will never, ever have that information unless it's subpoenaed and it's by a judge, and judge approves and says, yep. They'll never get that. But what they've asked for is proof, and we've denied any proof of my loss of income until we get to the jury. And that's when the jury is going to see my finances. And you know how guarded I am as far as with YouTube with my finances. And right. So we don't mind sharing publicly what I spend. We do mind sharing what I make. And so that is I think that's proper in one way. And then it's also it's a personal issue that has to be guarded with the publicity of my life. That doesn't mean that you don't know some of the income that I make as a friend.
I know. Yeah.
But the reality is she will be liable for well over $1 million in lost income, and that's just lost income, which is crazy. Why she would even there's no way she ever knew that she doesn't know how to be a landlord. First of all, she doesn't know landlord tenant law, and she did not ever anticipate that this guy's on YouTube has a following. She never anticipated that at all.
I figured she figured that out about the time you were pointing a camera at her.
Yeah, she knows now, and her lawyer knows now too.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't look too pleased. So I guess I should just I wanted Rob to be here for this, but Rob's not here. We started to talk about the public storage auction run this week.
I want to hear all about it since I'm missing it. Tell me everything about it.
So we did normally day one is Sheffield, West 117th. Parma, and then Medina. Day two is Akron, Broadview Heights, Bedford Heights. Actually, Akron, Bedford, Broadview, I think is the way it goes. Well, this month they decided Monday we started off in Sheffield, which I didn't go to Sheffield. I went to 117th. It was Sheffield, 117th, Parma, Bedford, Broadview, Medina.
Well, they crammed everything in one day.
All that in one day.
Everything.
Then the next day was Akron. Tuesday was Akron. And then Wednesday was Pittsburgh.
Wait, so Akron was all on its own?
Akron was all on its own. Now, next month, well, I guess I should say April, they're going to cram all the stuff that they crammed into the first day on the first day, and then the second day is going to be Akron, Pittsburgh.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And I live right near the Akron one.
Yeah, you're right there.
The Akron one, in an hour and a half, okay? Pittsburgh, I can't imagine, getting up, going to the Akron one, and then running off to Pittsburgh and back.
That's a 2-hour drive from Akron.
Yeah, it was. And Pittsburgh is no easy. I don't want to say anything bad. Well, okay, I'm going to come off like I'm ragging on Pittsburgh, but I'm not, okay?
You're a Cleveland fan. You can say whatever you want about Pittsburgh.
There is no place in Pittsburgh outside where you can put a marble down and take a picture of it sitting still. Anywhere. You set a marble down in that town, and it's gone. It's just rolling off. I don't know where it's going, but it's all right. That's the one thing. Another thing is, it seems like when you're trying to get through Pittsburgh, you wind up in on the freeway. You wind up in these situations where you're driving underneath another road. There's a road up here. You're not crossing another bridge, but there's another road up here.
There's literally a road above you.
Right. And it's 4 lanes wide, and you got to know what lane you're supposed to be in before you get there, okay? And when you're trying to figure out where you are, the only sign that tells you what lane you need to be in is buried up in a girder up above you. Hey, Rob.
Where am I?
I think we know where Rob is.
Which unit did you just clean out?
I'm restored in the love, baby.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Tiny unit.
Hold on.
Is that Pittsburgh?
No. I think it's Medina.
Medina.
Wow. Working a late night tonight.
Yeah, well, they said they need everything out by Saturday, and I called the people. They brought a bunch of cars and loaded up everything they could, and they have very limited amount of space they could take stuff to the store. So
yeah, that's
why I'm late, and we're just hold on. Look at Silent Shane over there. You guys, you see him sweeping that storage unit, guys?
Making it happen. Hey, where's Guapo? Shane.
Well, he's not sweeping a storage unit out.
Shane should be teaching Guapo that technique.
Right, watch this. This is how it's done. Ladies and gentlemen. Boom.
Clean sweep.
Okay, we even brought in a light, guys. It's not an old light, but it's a light.
I love it.
Yeah, but we just got this done.
Did you still have to rent a truck?
Yeah. Thanks, Conky. Did Conky tell you about the unbelievable unit we bought?
We were getting there.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't got there yet? In Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh.
Did you guys invite Pittsburgh from Pittsburgh to go to that auction?
I actually thought about that morning, and I wanted to get the lay of the land before I said anything to him. I think what I'll do is next month I'll actually, because I didn't know we were going to Pittsburgh until like the day or two before. Yeah. I think next month I'll
I have a Pittsburgh update too.
Give him some notice.
I'm gonna let you go now. When I get home, I'll come back on.
All right.
But the Pittsburgh update is Dave got that unit.
Oh, he did?
The guy never paid.
I didn't think so.
So he went there today and picked it all up.
All right. Ring back in when you get home.
I will, guys. I'm taking off now. These people got all their stuff back. They're very, very happy. Restores to love, everybody, and I'll see you in a little bit.
All right. We'll see you, Rob.
All right. So nobody knows what Rob means by that Dave got that unit. So you got to back up for us. Tell us exactly where you were at with the roads above you. You got to know the lane, and then tell us the story, which then gets to the point where Rob just told us.
Okay. So there were 2 locations, and the Public Storage, I guess, just bought these. Public Storage is on a buying rampage, so they're buying storage facilities all over the place, and they've bought 3 in Pittsburgh, and they're in the process of getting a 4th, I guess. So there'll be 4 on the Pittsburgh run. But there was supposed to be, I think, like 5 and 4 or something like that. Well, it turned out to be 2 locations in Pittsburgh. There were 2 units at the first one and one at the second one. Okay, so we went to the first location. And I don't know how many people in the chat know Dave. He's in probably more of Rob's videos than anything else. We refer to him sometimes in our videos. But the first unit that came up was just like it was just like a bunch of clothes and bags. And he kind of jumped in and bought it for $10. Now, once you buy a unit out there, you're committed. You could buy them all or none, but once you buy one, you got to be able to fit it in your car, or you got to go back for it.
Okay? You got to come back, yeah.
So he gets the first one, and it's small enough to fit in his truck. He's just in his pickup truck. They roll the door up on the second one, and in case you guys don't know, the public storage run is the guy is in. You're sitting by your car, and he's got his phone, and he's jerking it around like this. Showing you the video, and you're trying to follow it. So the door rolls up on the second one, and the first thing you see is this huge steam cleaning pressure washer. I mean, it's got a Honda V-twin gas engine on it. It's huge. It must weigh 600 pounds, okay? And it's on those little Harbor Freight carts. You know what I mean? Those little cheap wooden, Harbor Freight for $8. It's on 2 of those. And then there's just pallet upon pallet of it. It was like a 10 by 25 or 10 by 20 or something. It was just full of pallets of all the same thing. There may have been 8 different items in there, but it was just pallets of this and pallets of that. So he gets it for, I think, like $50. And I think that's just what he bid on it. Neither one of us. It was only me, Rob, and Dave there. That was it, just the 3 of us.
So 3 Ohio guys
right
bidding in Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh. Not a single local shows up. It's 3 Ohio guys.
Right. And Max was actually kind of grateful that we went because he couldn't have had an auction without us. I guess if one of us didn't show up, they could have grabbed a customer and say, "Here, sign your name here," and sit here for the bidding or something. But so Dave buys this unit. And we go up and we start to go through it. And I think I didn't take any video of the unit, but I know Rob did. So you see some of that on his channel. And Dave goes to pay for the unit. And they say, well, you can't pay. You can pay for it and it's yours, but we're going to wait for this guy to pay. He owes like $1,000. He's been out of the country for like 9 months. Owes like $1,000 on this unit.
So they much rather had the $1,000 in back pay than Dave's $50.
Right. So the guy gave him some story about he'll be in there to pay soon, and he was on his way down there, and he's just whatever story they give to get him to stop selling his unit. Well, he never showed up. So that's what Rob meant when he said Dave got that unit. Now, after the second auction, Dave went back and picked up his first unit and went home. So now that means Dave's got to go back and get all that stuff. But we went to the second auction. There was 1 unit. There was supposed to be like 4. It was down to 1. And actually what happened was Rob and I split it. We got the unit for $5. And Rob and I split it because we figured we could each shove stuff in our cars. And in the bidding process, when they announced that you can't use the dumpster normally, but we just like, can we use the dumpster? And yeah, just whatever. So
well,
we got
2+ hours from Ohio, and they just our viewers got to understand they just want it out. They're not in the business of reselling. They're in the business of renting space, and they just want it out. So sometimes you can negotiate those types of things.
Yeah. Well, and what I think a lot of people don't realize is, and I've said this before, if you bid under what is owed on the unit, they're fine with that. If you bid right at what is owed on the unit, that's even better, I guess. But if the unit goes for significantly more than what the renter owed, now you're creating a problem for the rental agency. Now they have to go through an extra step, or the storage place. Now they have to go through an extra step to try to find the owner to give them the overage. And that's why I think they would rather just sell for $5 than 500. You know,
yeah.
What I mean? It cleans out the unit. And
well, it's $5, and selling it for $5 is cheaper than one of their employees being paid per hour and renting a dumpster, and it all going in a dumpster, and then paying the employee per hour. See, for them, $5 is, look, these guys did all of the work. We got a $5 deal.
So I don't know when Rob's releasing his video. It might have come out tonight, and mine's released tomorrow of what's in this unit. The $5 unit. Well, we'll make it. It's a decent unit. There were some things in there, but it wasn't epic, if you know what I mean. But it was a nice unit. We'll do all right on it.
How'd you guys decide who got what? Did you split it down the middle, or?
Well, here's what else happened. Max, the manager, came back and said, "Look, there's 2 other units here. That's leftover stuff from the construction. They just bought this storage facility, and they had to make it a public storage from whatever it was. So he walks us to these other 2 units, and we're expecting garbage because we figured it's just like construction debris.
Yeah.
In the second unit, there was a wireless payment kiosk that, like, you would walk up to and slide your card and touch the screen. Okay, this is my unit number. I want to pay this much on it or whatever. So that was in there. So Rob took that, and he took a couple of the things from. Oh, thank you, Service Chihuahua. She's saying happy birthday to Jeremy.
Oh, thank you.
So,
by the way, side caveat, you're not going to believe what I did on my birthday. You will see that video on Saturday. It is a death-defying video at any moment in time.
Oh!
Wow.
And yes, there are monster gators involved.
Cool.
What's going on, Jer Bear and Conk?
Hey,
Rob
Rob.
was in the middle about telling us about a storage run.
Where the hell's is Rob?
He was on a minute ago, and he's driving home from.
He was on a minute ago. He's like, "Where the Hales is Guapo?"
Jeez, man. Is he coming back on, or what's his deal? What's okay, so you were talking about what? But storage run? I didn't watch anything. I just walked in the door, put my hat on, and here I am.
So we were talking about the unit we got in Pittsburgh.
You guys got a unit in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, me and Rob split one.
Oh, really?
Now, sometimes, in case you guys don't know, sometimes you split a unit because it's financially more comfortable to split, say $1,000 with somebody. And sometimes you split a unit because you're 2 hours away. The unit's only $5, but you're 2 hours away, and you need to put stuff in 2 cars. You know what I mean? So, I think Rob wound up getting some good stuff, but he just gave the bulk of the stuff to me. And then the rest of it we just put in the dumpster.
Yeah. I mean, splitting a unit's like really complicated. I really don't do it often. Like I said, I probably only split a unit one time, and that was with Rob on the tool unit. It worked well. I mean, me and Rob, we get along. We're awesome, together. And honestly, like it worked well. He has an auction, house. He has means to sell it, means to store it, means to transport it. So it's awesome splitting a unit with Rob. But for the most part, guys, everybody watching on the outside, and not many people can successfully do that. You know, because how do you determine what goes to what? You know, the only time, the only explanation that I've got was when I asked Jeremy, and Jeremy said, "What would you say?" Jeremy said, "Nobody keeps anything. You just sell."
So the only way that works in my mind, splitting a unit, is like I've done one with Conky where I went, all right, there's the line. You take everything on that side. We'll take everything on this side. You choose what side you want. So that worked well. And then the other part was with Rob, where we went, listen, nobody keeps anything. We sell everything. Because the question always is, well, if we're splitting a unit, who gets the good stuff? And let's say there's Redline Hot Wheels, and we find Redline Hot Wheels, and Conky and I both go, well, I want it. I want it. We're splitting it. All right, let's saw it in half. So the difficult part has to be you have to determine exactly, as far as I think, you have to determine exactly how it's going to go beforehand. But I don't know how Conky and Rob actually figured it out. Actually, I'm healing quite a bit. The blisters have all popped, and the toxins have released from my body parts, which is good. But that's how I've done it. How did you guys determine it, Conky?
Well, basically, we were just going through the stuff, and Rob was just kind of saying, here, take this, take this, take this. He said, do you want that TV? No, if you want it, take it. You know, we just talked about it as we were going through it. And, you know, if I sensed that he wanted something, you take it. If he sensed that I wanted it, it went in my car. So there.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not usually that smooth though. For all the viewers and anybody that's buying storage units, I'm pretty sure all three of us agree that we really don't recommend it. As YouTubers, I feel like as YouTubers, it's a lot easier and more. It makes more sense for us to do it rather than people that don't record what they do and don't have that incentive. What were you saying, Conky?
Well, I mean, this was a $5 unit, and you know, if there would have been something in there that was like ultra high value, like, you know, like Redline Hot Wheels, we would have just said, yeah, let's you sell them on your channel, or I'll sell them on my channel, and we'll just split the money. But it was pretty easy to divvy up in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
so how would you guys divvy up? Let me throw this question at you as a hypothetical, even though Conky's story isn't done. One of our fans, who I think watches all of us, Sean, found a 100 troy ounce bar of silver in a $120 storage unit.
No way.
100 ounces of silver, which, by the way, I did ask him if I could buy it from him, and we are negotiating a price. He did get it authenticated today. A solid.
Oh, you know what? I got a question. Go ahead, though. I got a question.
So let's say you guys are in there. You find this 100 troy ounce bar of silver, which is heavy. How do you split that? Do you take the bar?
You sell it and split it right in half.
You split it 50 ounces here, 50 ounces there?
Well, there's different ways you can do things like that. If you have a unit and there's a single high value item, okay, and then the rest is, you know, just like chattel, you can, if it were me and Guapo, for example, what's 100 troy ounces of silver worth?
$3,000 right now.
Okay, so and that's kind of easy because, you know, you split that down the middle, it's 1,500. But let's say I say, Guapo, I'll give you $1,300 for that troy ounce of silver, for that.
Right. And if I accept.
But there's a second part of that. If he doesn't accept, if he says, no, I don't want to take $1,300, then I have to sell him my half for $1,300, whatever number I come up with. If he says no, I have to sell him. So I can say, I'll give you $1. He says no, I got to sell him my half for $1. If I say I'll give you $1,600 and he says no, I get to sell him my half for $1,600.
Yeah, I don't know. Bottom line is it's just complicated to do something like that. when you got a good business relationship with the person, obviously it's a lot easier. I didn't think it was complicated at all with Rob. I trust Rob as a businessman. So that's another thing, you know, it's huge trust. You know, when me and Rob split our unit, you know, I took all the wood and all some of the garbage, and we loaded all of the tools up with Rob. You know, we filmed everything, and it was a lot of Snap-on tools, but you got to have that mutual trust with your business partner when you split that, which I'm sure all of us would trust each other. But, you know, on the outside
it's easier for us guys because we've grown so close with one another, and our friendships have gone so deep, and we understand the resale business. We also understand filming on YouTube. So for us, the viewers get to see us do it. They enjoy that because of the interaction. But in non-YouTube, you know, buddies and hanging out, my encouragement would always be, do not split units with people.
Do not split units.
Just because they've seen us four do it well, I would always say as a business, that's just me though. I mean, you guys may have a different take. What do you think, Conky?
Well, I think there's, you know, like the way we did it where I got the right half and you got the left half. I mean, we did that going in, so
there's never an argument because it's literally there's the line. You get this, whatever you get is what you get.
But you know, like I bought collections before where if you're buying with somebody else, you say, okay, you flip a coin, okay, heads I win, tails you whatever. But the first guy, the guy that wins the coin toss, gets to pick the first thing. The guy that loses the coin toss gets to pick the next two things, and then you just go back and forth.
That could be an interesting YouTube video.
You know, honestly, man, like I said, you know, we can reference how successful we do it, but the bottom line is I'm just picturing splitting a unit from like somebody like around like my area. And bro, like if we did your guys' method, like bro, and like I got a TV and like and the remote is on his side, I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to sell me that remote. You know, like so it's like that method alone, just thinking on the outside in from different characters and typical resellers and just, you know, just people that aren't like us and are kind of like, you know, style, like, you know, like I said, YouTubers, I could picture it going wrong in many ways. Like you said, friends, business partners, you know, anything like that. You don't have the YouTube incentive. You're not making that content. You know, like I said, man, I could just picture it. Like I have this TV. Oh, I need the remote. I need 25 for the remote.
I think we actually did some trading with Conky when we split that one unit up in were we in where were we? Norwalk. Yeah, we were in Norwalk because there was a walking stick on Conky's side. And I forget what we traded him for the walking stick, but that walking stick is here with us in Florida.
Oh, you traded. I forget. Was it
might have been a broom and dustpan to clean it afterwards or something crazy like that. But we did do a trade in those videos.
I could
walking stick made it here to Florida for George.
Well, even when we went to West Virginia, that trip down to West Virginia, I think George used it.
Probably.
To thing it back.
Yeah, when we did the caving meetup. That was fun. That was fun.
I forget what we traded for that though. So I'll have to go back and watch the video.
So what else is up, guys? Anything crazy? I just got a unit.
Did you get one?
Packed. Yeah, dude, super packed, man. Sheffield. I always go for my Sheffield unit.
Okay,
so you did go to the Sheffield?
Yeah, dude. And dude, Conky, why are you spazzing? What's going on?
Because I heard about what happened in Sheffield.
What happened?
What happened?
I wonder if I should let Rob tell the story because
let Rob tell the story because this dude is just, oh my gosh, Rob. I'm just, dude, it's okay for Rob to like upbid me like $250. Like,
wait. I want to hear Guapo. I want to hear Guapo's version first.
Dude, I'm down the street in my box truck bidding on the unit.
Down the street.
And then I go 10, he goes 20. or he goes 30 or something. I don't know. We ended up going like 40 or something. And dude, it's just like he goes, well, wait a minute, I don't think Guapo's here. He says something to try to like put me out, something to try to like make it abundantly clear like I shouldn't be bidding. Little does he know, like I'm texting Max, and Max is literally texting me saying, "Where are you at? Should we start or no?" I'm like, "Go ahead and start. I'm 5 minutes away." But Rob doesn't know this though.
Now hold a second. Guapo is never 5 minutes away when he says he's 5 minutes away.
So I'm about 15 out.
Never. So he's 15 to 30.
No, but I pulled right up. I pulled right up. Like everybody was gone by the time I pulled up, but I was there. And it was okay. Like it wasn't like
everybody was gone when I pulled up, but I was there.
I was there. So listen, so I got the unit, but bro, Rob tried to pull the card like, "Oh, you're not here. I wonder who's gonna pay for it." And I'm like, I say it on live. I go, "Rob, I'm right down the street. What are you talking about?" And then that's when he stopped bidding. It's funny. But I've been getting run up, and it's okay for Rob to bid when he's at his factory. But when Guapo's in his box truck, it's just all, it's the worst. It's the worst crime if Guapo's in his box truck.
The funny part is Rob will be bidding from his auction house, and he bids as Dave. And he's calling Guapo out for not being there.
Yeah, dude, and there's like a time where like this is a whole different story. So there was a time he was doing that, and me and Dave are bidding. Dave says out, and Rob comes in with a clearly different voice. And, and he goes, "Dave 80." And I'm like, "Dave, did you say that?" Dave goes, "No." And Aaron still registers it and still goes, I said, "Dave, confirm that? That doesn't sound like you, Dave. Is that you bidding?" And he goes, "No." And bro, Aaron goes, "I got Dave at 80." And dude, Rob still gets his bid registered, bro.
That's awesome.
Funny times, man. Funny times. We had Chantel this month, and it sounded like Rachel. So I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh, your favorite Rachel.
Oh yeah, we love Rachel. So listen, so I was, dude, Jeremy. So I said, this is what I said. I said, I'm sorry, Rachel. And then Chantel goes, "Oh no, I'm not Rachel. This is Chantel. I'm not Rachel." And bro, at the next location, I was like, "Chantel, I am so sorry. That is so unacceptable. I will never, ever do that.
I never meant to disrespect you by calling you Rachel.
I never meant to disrespect you by calling you Rachel. I will never make that very irresponsible decision ever again."
I didn't realize that she wasn't there on site until we went to Pittsburgh.
Oh my gosh, everybody's laughing in the chat. That's funny.
Was she just moderating in the Zoom?
Yeah. She's up in Michigan somewhere. I didn't realize that. But yeah, what really sucks about the Zoom is if they don't pin Max, somebody will go to bid and then it switches over to their camera, so you lose the video while somebody else is talking. So it makes it difficult to see what they're
working with.
Yeah, I started. I didn't go to Sheffield. I started the run at West 117th, and I met Jesse there because I had to give him his auction stuff from the couple days before. Okay, so we're parked outside, and when I went in to register, the guy says, "I'm going to open the door. I want you to pull in." I'm like, all right. I'm out there trying to catch up with Jesse. The door's going up and down. He pokes his head out and says, "I'm going to open the door one more time." Look, I don't care how often you open the door. I'll pull in when I pull in. I want to talk to my buddy here, I tried to talk Jesse into staying. He says, "No, I'm banned. I don't want to buy anything with cockroaches in it anyway."
That's funny.
Jesse came and got my keys, guys. Guys, keep a tab on Jesse, guys. He got my keys like 2 weeks ago. Now, how long was it ago, Jeremy?
I don't know how long ago it was.
I don't know, but we got to keep track of this. I'm going to announce it formally. And we got to keep track of when the building is going to be complete. So you guys could all come and have a good time.
Do you have all the materials he needs there?
Yeah, all the materials are there. Beside the kills, you got to spray kills everywhere.
Who do you think's going to have a building completed first? Guapo in Ohio or Jeremy in Florida?
That is such a good way of like making this a competition.
Let's find out. Because our architect hasn't even given us the drawings yet to get approved.
Yeah. I tried to get an architect in.
I'm supposed to have those done in 2 weeks. Still nothing.
Dang, so like everything's super slower out there.
So slow.
You can't pay for a priority.
Priority architect?
Heather Blackwell, let's just say that he came by a week and a half ago. Okay. So we're formally gonna say that he came by a week and a half ago. But you can't pay for priority, Jeremy?
I mean, I can pay for anything I want to spend money on, but people who don't care because they want to work at their own pace, doesn't mean they're gonna work at the pace I need them to work at.
Even with more money, like you can't bribe them with like say, hey, I'll pay you this if you have it done by this time.
Yeah, I'm sure I could.
It never works that way though, dude. Like ever.
All you end up doing is paying more money and it still doesn't get done.
Conky,
Florida, man. Florida, man.
That was I showed you had red lines in the wheels. So those aren't red lines,
Alexandra, just stay tuned on my auction. I have a bunch of red lines coming up.
And Alexandra, stay tuned to my videos because you're going to see my legs and I've got lots of red lines coming up.
I have a feeling we're not talking about real red lines.
You're not going to believe what we did for my birthday.
What'd you do?
Dude, the dumbest thing or the most courageous thing. It was literally a fight for life. And that's all I'm telling you. Saturday's video is insane. Saturday's video is probably the most insane thing I've ever done in my life.
Tonight's video is going to be crazy. And I spoiled what we were going to do. Jeremy, look. Hey, here it is. It's coming. Put me full screen. Conky. Hurry. Hurry.
Oh, Conky, man.
How'd I get into a Star Wars theme?
I don't know, but I like it though. I like it.
That is an original, dude. That is an original. There could be a $200,000 Charizard in there.
Sheesh, bro. Incredible right here, guys. Video coming with What the Hales. We will open the very expensive box.
Oh, you're opening it.
Did you tell people how much you paid for that box yet?
I told people that we haven't established a set plan, but I told people that it was going down at the end of my auction yesterday. So they're excited, dude. I got like 4 emails, dude. So it's gonna be an exciting thing. Is there an auction tonight, Guapo? Now I'm curious.
Thanks, Rosie.
Rosie, I freaking love Rosie, man. She's just amazing. Rosie, I think what I'm gonna do here is I think I might have one tomorrow because I have to finish this really awesome. Look at this video I got brewing up, guys. This is gonna let me see something really quick. I want to show you this. Jeremy,
you got a video brewing up, and I got dinner brewing up.
Do you? Right now?
Maybe it's brewing down.
Ooh. Maybe it's brewing down. Hang on, 5 seconds. All right, here it is. Here it is, Jeremy. Here it is. Let me hang on. Put me full screen. Put me full screen, Conky.
No, Ghostbusters, man. That's all Ghostbusters.
Check that out, dude.
Oh man,
Dude, look at those guys. That's what I was gonna say, man. There's some good ones, dude.
wow.
Ghostbusters toys, guys.
Lot. Look at this. Look. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The one.
How cool is that?
Yes, sir. You guys, I can't wait.
Whole booth.
I've been working on this video, dude. I had to chop it up. I've been working on it.
We have a question.
Gentlemen, what is the most memorable item you have found in a unit? And do you remember where and when?
You guys should just answer for me because you already know what my answer is.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Dude, mine's was melons in Florida.
Melons. Conky, what's mine?
Rosie's bush.
That's ironic because we have a Rosie in the chat. I don't know how I feel about that. So
Well, it was. Let's clarify. It was Rosanna's.
Oh.
Rosanna's bush. Wow.
The beautiful part is that Conky was actually there as it happened.
Honestly, like, dude, like at this rate, I'm for the melons. Like at this rate.
Red line melons.
Hey, I'm all about
There you
melons.
go. Infamous George says red line melons. She gets it.
Well, I prefer my melons with no red lines, but if I have to take them with red lines, I will take melons with red lines if there's no other melons.
If there's no other melons, he will inquire, receive, and accept the red lines on his melons.
I will. I
prefer all melons.
So, Jeremy, speaking of Ghostbusters,
We're so
Rob,
stupid.
I think Rob has a Ghostbusters gift for you coming up.
Does he really?
I was in his warehouse. I think.
Look at Greystone. What are melons?
And I actually found a Ghostbusters piece and told me to give it to you.
Very cool. I got a Batman. I have a Batman yo-yo for him that I forgot to bring when I flew up there, but we'll get it to him.
Yeah, when you come up for court.
I'm trying to bring some cool stuff out. Like, I got this for you. No. Nothing.
The most memorable thing I've ever found in a storage unit.
So, dude, I don't know. Oh, there's this like really cool Cheech and Chong thing. Let me see if I can like go grab it really quick.
Yeah, mine's definitely the bush. I mean, you just sit there and you go.
This is
That was just crazy, Conky. That was just crazy.
Throw me full screen, Conky.
Full screen, Conky.
There you go.
All right, guys. This is one of the pieces that I really like that I found. Very unique Cheech and Chong like mold. You know?
No, the most memorable thing in a storage unit? What?
Super sick mold. Like, I think this is like a super sick mold. Cool thing I found. I don't know.
I think the coolest thing is all those T-shirts that we found in that unit company.
We did find some nice T-shirts in that Pittsburgh unit.
Nice, guys. That's good for you guys. Well, guess what? I just found a collection of Hot Wheels and comics. So, very
Really?
nice.
Well, guess what? I just found a collection of about 5,000 VHS tapes.
Ooh.
All the cool stuff.
Oh, snap.
Beat that one, fellas. Beat that one.
Robbie's in the chat. He's going to take me to Moonveens.
I'm going to have to see those red lines, Guapo.
Yeah, dude, they're going for auction. You can see them on the auction. I'm going to force you to come to my auction since you're too cool, Conky, to come to my auctions. Conky, I remember when you didn't have a channel.
I go to your auctions.
You, Conky.
I was in your auction last night.
No, you weren't, Jeremy. I only seen George.
I was in your auction. I was driving and I typed melons.
Did you? I didn't see it.
Well, you were displaying stuff.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I thought I was gonna kind of like fold, man. I had to take on the auction alone for a little bit. It was a good experiment. But Chapo hit me with the surprise. She came through, so it was fun. It was a
I was
successful
watching your
auction.
auction actually. I didn't comment anything, but I did watch your auction last night.
So so everybody knows Rob watches and he ghost watches. So everybody make sure to type in the chat that say something to Rob because you know he's gonna watch it. Rob, how do you feel about that? Dude, so in the $40 unit, there was a washer and dryer. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank God.
Sheffield?
Huh?
Sheffield?
Yep. And dude, there was so much stuff. I didn't even look through it. I knew I had to go to Auctions Anonymous. So we filled the truck like to the brim. I mean, dude, to the brim again. And we finished it today. So that was pretty
I
cool.
bought one in Clearwater.
Yeah, he did sound like John Goodman.
That was Sean Benet, who you guys see in the chat. Sean bids on a lot of items. And so George stayed back. I had just bought that one in Clearwater, and George stayed back to actually to ship everything from the auction the night before. So we were talking. We were like, well, do we know anybody in the area? You know, let's try and get one video and we'll load the rest. Well, she's like, well, Sean's over there. And we contacted Sean. He's like, yeah, I would love to come and film. So Sean met up with me and he filmed, and they check this out, guys. This is crazy. They lock everybody out. You don't have a code, a key, nothing. 4 p.m. every day. Everybody's locked out from their storage units. So we got there at 3. So we got one video and we were locked out. So Sean went home. I had to get a room spring break weekend. The cheapest room I could get, $250.
Jeez.
Oh man.
On a Monday night. And then we finished filming the next day, which the last video from that unit will be tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
There were some pretty cool things in there.
You finally get home, Rob?
No, I'm at the gas station.
Oh.
I thought he was peeing in a urinal.
Oh my God, that would be so funny.
That would be classic, but not.
Flippin' Adventure says, Sean Benet, that Sean? Yep, that's the Sean. So if you guys have seen Sean on YouTube bidding, that is the Sean that is in, I want to say Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and it will be Friday's video as well.
And is he the one that got the 100 ounces of silver?
He's the one that found the 100 ounces of silver that I want to buy from him.
Maybe you could just give him credit to the to buy on your auctions on Sunday nights.
Wouldn't that? You know what? That would be cool. I'd be like, all right, I'll just give you credit. Just keep bidding, whatever. That's a good idea. I'll throw that one by him. That is a good idea. I'm gonna throw that by him. I'm gonna use the calculation there.
There you go.
So what's up with Omar? Did he ever hit you up?
We have something huge brewing. You want me to spill the beans right now? Teaser?
Yeah. Spill the beans.
So here's what we have brewing between all of the Florida YouTubers that you've seen us hang out with. We are going to do a survival challenge on an island surrounded by gators in the night with a scavenger hunt that has a massive payout as well. There will be treasure to be found. So it's a survival treasure hunt.
Dude.
This thing is going to be so epic.
That's massive.
The crazy thing is any of us could die at any time because we will. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I'm not allowed to tell you guys.
No, Jeremy.
Can we rewind?
No.
Can we rewind?
No. Sure. Why not? I'll try to leak that part of the video.
You are not going to want to miss some of the things that are coming up in the future.
This is the future. This is the future. Dude, I need a cup of water. I'll be back.
I got you. Here. Where you at?
Hang on.
Hold, put your hands out, boy.
I guess I got to toss mine that way.
Got it, Conky. Put your hands out.
So you telling about the unit, Conky, you bought for $5?
Yeah, they wanted to know how we decided what to split and send where.
Oh, I don't know. It was pretty easy.
It was $5.
I told Conky take almost everything. He wanted the pop-up tent. I took the pop-up full, air mattress. He wanted a computer. I took the flat screen. Other than that, everything else is.
So it was easy.
Yeah, it was easy. We're easy going guys. You know that, Jeremy.
Yeah, you make it work. Work it.
Yeah, we're not greedy. We just wanted to buy a unit because we drove to Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. If you're driving to Pittsburgh, you better buy something.
Well, the problem was we didn't want to have to drive back, though, if we didn't be able to fit everything in the car.
Yeah.
So we asked if we could use their dumpster. They said yes, and Conky bid $5, and that's the story's the rest.
I love it.
Yeah, he got autographs out there.
Yeah, there's a
You talking
lot.
about-
There's a bunch
I mean,
of.
for a $5 unit, it was actually pretty good. That golf bag was in there.
You took the golf bag, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it cold in Ohio?
No, it's just like 4 inches of snow this morning, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I have to drive to Huntsburg, and I'm going through it was whiteout conditions. People were pulling off the highway, and this is not an April Fool's joke, ladies and gentlemen. Look at my shorts. You'll see the shorts today of us on the highway. It was whiteout condition.
Wow.
And I'm just thinking, and the lady I'm at the house setting up, she's from Florida. She's here because her mom. She's helping out her mom because her dad passed away. Her friends are calling her on the phone. They live in Naples. They said it's 90 degrees and they're at the pool.
Wow.
What's the temperature today, Jeremy, and where you're at?
Well, yesterday was almost 90. Today we were in the mid 60s, so it's colder today, and we're going to be down into the 30s tonight. There's a cold front that came in. It just came in. But honestly, I think we've probably gotten like 72 in this afternoon. It was overcast first thing this morning, but then the weather was perfect. George and I, we filmed all day. We caught something on the cameras. You guys are not going to believe it. We were all day on the property because of what we caught on the cameras. We caught them straight red-handed in the act. We had people on the property helping us apprehend. It was crazy. So what we filmed today, that will probably come out Monday. There's just been so many amazing things happening, crazy things happening, and we probably had a good 72-degree day here at the ranch. It ended up being perfect.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dude, Florida's awesome.
Oh, my goodness, I love it. You guys already know how much I love it.
I love
Hey, by the way,
it.
both you guys, happy
I
birthday,
love
Conky and Jeremy.
it. I love it.
Hey, Guapo, should we sing him happy birthday?
Yes, please.
Sure.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to Jeremy Mellons. What the hell
Hey,
is Jeremy?
Conky the Conkinator.
Happy birthday to Jeremy Mellons. Jeremy, what the hell is Mellons?
Conkinator.
Happy birthday, dear Jeremy. What the hell's Mellons? What the hell's Jeremy Hales? Happy birthday to you and many
That's a
more.
little pitchy, dog.
Thank you.
There we go. There goes Rob.
Thank
I got something. I'm sending you something. I'm texting George right now for your address, sir. So, anyways, I feel like my $40 unit was a great investment. What the hell's Jeremy Mellons? What the hell's Jeremy Hales?
Is this the one that I ran you up on?
Yeah, this is the one that you cost me an arm and a leg on.
Rob, he
I
already
talked to you
told
and I
his
said,
side of the story. Now you got to tell yours.
Yeah, Rob,
What was
let's
that?
hear a couple different stories.
Who, me?
We want to
Yeah.
hear your version of this.
Of the story of the bidding? Okay, well,
Yeah.
here, I'll tell you the story. I get to Sheffield, and they're like, oh, thank God you're here. We just need one more person to show up because we can't do the auction. So it's just me and this lady, the girl Lisa. And I said, well, how about I sign my brother? And they're like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, well, her boyfriend's on the watching on the thing right now. Okay, maybe we'll sign him in. Let's go do the auction. So Lisa goes to me, well, I guess, Rob, you or I have to buy the unit. We're the only people here. So the unit pops up, and unit, I just hear Guapo go $10. Or I go $10, and then Guapo goes 20 or something. Who bid first? You or me, Guapo?
Oh, Rob, I said $10 first, sir.
Okay. So he says $10. I'm just trying to figure out how we got to 40 then if you said 10
Yeah,
first.
no. I know. I didn't know how we got to 40 either.
That's what I'm trying. I think I said 10 first, then you said 20, and then I said 30, and then you said 40, and then
I
see,
said
'cause
Guapo 10.
how did we get to? How did you get $40 if I bid first though? That don't make sense.
Because he
Because
put in
I
the
think
standard
you came in at
Guapo.
30.
5.
I think you said 30, and then I said 40.
Yeah, I want to start the bid at 30 though.
No, dude, I started at 10.
You
I
never
know, but
start at 10. You always start at
But
5.
you know, I want to jump the bid to 30. That's just not my nature.
I don't know. I for sure jumped in first, and I for sure paid 40. That's all I know, man.
So he
And
got to a 10 by 10 loaded with totes for $40, so it wasn't a bad deal.
It wasn't a bad deal. No, I love Rob, but at the end of the day, I mean, it was a bunch of trash. I don't know. I didn't look through it. I don't know. I definitely found some cool stuff. Some Guitar Hero guitars, a washer, dryer, and stove, and just some furniture and a bunch of totes. Oh my God, so many totes, man. They were heavy. So
That's really good. You don't even know what's in the totes yet?
I didn't look at all. That's how you guys know I've been doing this for a decent amount of time. There has been safes, century safes that I have just let sit overnight and just marinate for days. Cause one, I know I have to film them. And two, I'm like super busy.
I can understand that.
Take so fun, Guapo. What are
I
you talking
understand
about?
that.
What are you talking about, Lou?
Sometimes you just get so busy or you get more stuff too come in, and then you're like, oh, you know.
Yeah, dude, like it's gonna be there.
Yeah,
But
you know
man,
it's not going
I'm
anywhere.
telling you, this $900 unit that we that's another one you bid me up on, Rob. That one is
Yeah,
just
how's it always I bid him up, even though it's like I'm the
you
guy
bid
that
me
lost
up
the
'cause
unit.
I'm bidding first. You're
I
bidding
don't
me
bid
up.
him first. Oh, come on now.
Oh, that's funny. But
Well,
no,
hold
We
it.
went up to $900. I don't think you could be. I could have bid you up that much.
I got
Is
some
there
sick stuff.
truly? Okay, I got a question for you guys. Is there
Yes, sir.
truly a thing as bidding somebody up
Yeah,
if
if you want the unit,
the
if
bid
you-
stops and you're responsible to pay for it? Can you really bid anybody up? I mean, say
No,
I'm at
no,
five and
the
you
bottom-
bid
the
10,
bottom
like,
line
well,
is-
son, you own it. You're gonna go, well, I'll bid you up. You didn't bid me up.
No.
You got the unit.
No, when I talk to Rob like that, he knows I'm teasing him. At the end of the day, if you have interest and intention of buying whatever, not even a unit, whatever item it is, it doesn't matter who your opponent is, because the bottom line is there's no friends at an auction, and you're there to buy a unit regardless. So yeah, you might have morals, and you might have like little instincts and not want to, you might run other people higher than you might go, whatever your instinct is, whatever your instinct is. But the bottom line is if you have intention of buying the item or unit or whatever it is we're bidding on, there's no such thing as running up. Running up is the definition of running up is when you have no interest or intention of buying the item and you're literally making the price higher for your opponent to just for the sole purpose of them wasting their money. That's the definition of running somebody up.
And there's times where there's people out there that I don't know. There's people that they will just bid So it's easy to run those people up. There's people I know that have ran people up before because they just know that person's going to keep bidding on the unit. There's like two people that, this one guy, Brian, he used to buy all the units. And like once he started bidding, he just never stopped. So people will be like, well, I'm just going to keep bidding against them, I'm like, okay, well, if you get stuck with it, you get stuck. Like Jeremy said, though, you can get stuck with it. Then what are you going to do?
Yeah. Dude, that happened to me when I first started, dude. You remember, you guys both remember, both you guys. I just would go in and I would just buy so many units, dude, and get ran up. And now these days, those same people that try to run me up, I'm dumping the unit on them. And then that's it. Because I've seen Jeremy do that a lot of times where people are just going against them because, let's go against with the Hales guy. And then Jeremy stops bidding. And then before you know it, they're stuck with like a $600 unit and they don't have the means to transport it. They don't know how to resell it at all. And, they learn the hard way.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah, when people are bidding against you just because.
Look at Rob. Dude, Rob is a mess, bro. He needs to get home and get on his laptop.
I think he is home now. I think he just got.
You guys have seen this at auctions before. If I start bidding on something, and the only reason people will bid against me is because of the YouTube channel, and they go, well, Jeremy must see something, and therefore Jeremy sees something. It's of value. If he's bidding, I have to bid.
Well, but here's something that when we were at the auction. I forget which auction one, but it was one where Guapo and Rob, you guys went in on those two units, the one with the safe and the other one.
Oh yeah.
Okay, there were some people there that were auction goers, but not necessarily YouTubers, and I heard them talking about the unit, the first unit you guys bought with a safe.
Yeah, haters.
Oh, well, what they said was something to the effect of, that safe's probably empty. There's no way that unit's worth that, and things like that. And I had to stop them. And I said, look, the reason they bid that on there is because they have a YouTube channel. And YouTube channels can produce income if you do it right. So you're not only bidding against somebody for the unit, you're bidding against them for the value of the video they can make off that unit. And sometimes that's worth more than what's in the unit. So understand that if you're bidding against somebody with a YouTube channel. That's why I can't figure out why, if people see Jeremy bidding on something, they feel like they have to jump in and bid on it. Because it might not be, he might not be bidding because of what you think he's bidding on. He may be bidding for a completely other reason. If you chase that and outbid him, you might wind up getting stuck with something you don't know what to do with.
Yeah,
well, there's times where I bid on a story versus the contents. Every Restorage the Love video, I'm bidding on a story to Restorage the Love. I'm not bidding on the contents. I'm not keeping them.
Dude, I beat Jeremy on a Restorage the Love unit one time, and I bid against him.
You need to tell that story because that one,
dude, Jeremy. This is the first and only time I've been against Jeremy, and we're going back and forth, and it's like it's so funny because at first it was like a joke, and then towards the end you can tell Jeremy's like 185.
You guys want to see that? That's one of my videos. I actually recorded that and put that up on a video.
So dude, they announced beforehand that the previous owner wanted their items back. And everybody knows now that I want to Restorage the Love. So Andrew starts bidding against me because
Guapo
starts bidding against me. And we are the only two bidding. Only two. So as he's talking about Rob bidding him up, Guapo is literally bidding me up this entire time. And finally I'm just like, all right.
I wanted it.
Then what happened?
Oh, wait, dude, you wanted it. It's not called bidding it up. But when I want it, it's called bidding it up. What?
I got it, bro. Okay, do we guys notice both instances? Guapo got the unit. Subscribers, take a note. Okay, I definitely 100% are buying these units, and it was so funny, dude. This is the funniest part because the unit didn't even get a bid at first. So these guys that are watching it, they're probably looking at their phones like, "These guys are crazy. What's up with these guys?" And dude, and the outside in, I'm like, dude, I kind of just wanted to well, number one, I bid against you because I think there's a common owner, right? Didn't I buy the other unit or something like that? There's a common owner.
I don't remember that part, but
or it was $1. I came in at $1 and you were like, Jeremy 10, and I was like, no way, dude, 20. And then before you know it, we just kind of like went at
All
it.
right.
I mean,
I'm
I was
wait,
bidding.
Conky's pulling it up right now.
Conky, pull that up.
I put a link in the chat to the video. I think that is the one you guys are talking
so we
about.
were bidding against each other for the first time since forever, since never.
Pretty sure that's it.
And I was bidding literally for the purpose of like restoraging like the love, like, and so was Jeremy. So I ended up doing it, I think, and like not putting it on video or something, or the guy ended up like not coming through. I forgot what happened. I told you.
Wait, all right. So when Andrew restores the love, he goes, "Hey, come get your stuff. I just bought it for this much. Pay me this much. Come and get it."
No,
So that's how Andrew. That's how Guapo.
Hey,
Yes,
let me just say one thing.
Jeremy's such a liar. There's no way. That's not how I restore.
And then you were
let me
like, "You
just say
got to
one
clean
thing.
it out." And then they
I tell them how
you.
much I paid for the unit, and I say, "Come get your stuff if you want your stuff. If you
And
want
then they
it dropped
stiff
off, I'm
you.
not gonna go and drop your stuff off in the front of your lawn for you to just have a bigger mess than you're already in." Like we
So
talked
they
about
stiffed
this.
you, and then you got in trouble with the facility because you went, "Well, go get it," and then they never went and got
They
it. or
said they were
cherry-picked it.
going to get it, so they went to go and get it, and they left the mattress, the microwave, and the bed frame.
Why wouldn't they?
I specifically told them not to do that. I said, listen, if you need help transporting these items, let me know if you have a place to store them. I'm here right now. I drove to your house right now. So it's not going to be a problem to come back. I know how to get here. I said, do not leave any items because it's my responsibility to unload all the items out of the storage unit. So the next month I go to the auction. I'm ready to attend the auction. What does Aaron say to me? You got a unit to clean out. And I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Oh, and then I go, then what does he say, dude? I go in the unit, bro, and she took all of the stuff. You guys know. I filmed it. It was somebody dropped the link. But she took everything but the mattress, the microwave, and the freaking bed frame. So I don't know. Don't just say that. Don't say that though. Guapo does this. No, dude. I do things out of the kindness of my heart, but there's no way I've already been down that road with Pam. I rented a unit.
Did the same thing to you for how many months?
Dude, like freaking
6 months?
17 months, dude. So
Year
long.
and a half.
So long, bro.
Year and a half. He's like, "Pam, come get your stuff. Reforge the love." Okay.
Dude. Yeah.
Never
the bottom
showed
line
up.
is it's complicated, bro. Restoraging the love is very complicated because the people that need the storage to be the people that need their storage items back 9 times out of 10 don't have transportation, don't have any means to store it. It's hard. So
Do you want me to tell you about my restores of love today? That's why I worked. What time is it? It's 10:13. I started the day off at 9 in the morning. I'll tell you about it in 1 minute. Let me say hi to my family.
Look, he said, let me say hi to his
Wait,
family.
does he really have a family, or are these paid actors?
Jeremy, pick a number 1 through
Paid
20.
actors.
I'm gonna give away this shirt.
Pick a number between what?
1 through 50.
Melons.
Melons, guys. Melons. First person to type melons in the chat right now gets this shirt.
Melons.
You got to spell it right. It has to be in all caps. The first person to type melons in all caps gets this shirt for free. It has to be in capital letters, guys.
Because we only like big melons. We don't do lowercase melons.
Well,
Don't do
it
lowercase
looks
melons,
like
guys.
Did Bonnie spell it right?
We need capital melons. Capital.
We are only about capital melons.
L-O.
We do not accept lowercase melons.
No lowercase melons, guys. Hit the cap lock. Free merch, guys. Free merch. Who was it?
I don't know how to spell melons.
There's a lot of melons in the chat.
There was a joker.
Oh man. So long
Who
story
was it,
short.
Conky?
So melons with 2 L's or 1? How do you spell melons?
Jeremy, we have a question. We need a quick verification.
I don't know if I can help.
Are you kidding me? Is it 1 or 2 L's, man?
Let me see. Melons.
He said, I don't know if I can help. Dude, it's by your discretion, bro.
By my discretion?
You
when I type it to you.
You choose if the melons has 2 L's. We need all caps melons.
You know how to spell melons.
I've never had to spell melons, so
Conky, why is that even a question? I'm pretty sure there's only 1 L.
okay. Well, if there's only 1 L, then it looks like Bonnie got it. If you needed caps,
it is 1 L.
Okay.
I needed caps. I do need caps.
Okay.
Okay.
I realized
Bonnie.
people were already typing it in when you said all caps.
Bonnie, yeah, dude. Bonnie's just like
So the person who got it right.
It's like the Michigan Flash. She's like the Flash, DC Comics. Bonnie, that's coming to you. Bonnie should have a whole collection of these by now.
Congratulations, Bonnie.
She's probably making a blanket out of them.
Yeah, one without cap.
Yeah. She does stuff like that. She untangles jewelry and stuff.
All right, recharge the love, Rob. What happened?
Well,
boom,
man, it's a tough one. But the people, they had 2 units, 2 10x20s there, and their mom and their stuff, and the mom's daughter, her husband has terminal cancer. And they were living with their brother-in-law at his house, and he sold the house and evicted them with like no warning. So then they basically had to take their stuff, put it all in storage, and that's how all the stuff ended in storage. And they've been living out of a hotel for like over a year now.
Wow.
No
And
way.
they're about to pay their storage, and then they had to pay an $800 hospital fee. And he's been going through chemo and all kind of stuff, but I don't know.
Wow.
So it's all bad. So I tried to buy both units, but unfortunately, you can do what you can do. But so I bought the 1 unit with Dave because I figured it was me, Dave, and if I go in with Dave, he wouldn't run me up, and I won't run him up. And I figured we get both units, and these people can't take everything because they're living in a hotel, and Dave could take whatever, all the big stuff and get rid of it. So he took all the big stuff, and then we went there. He left all the boxes there. So I basically was there, and they went through the boxes, and everything they could take, they took. And then I just took the rest of it, and we'll get rid of it.
See, that
video will be coming out this weekend.
That's smooth, though, bro. Not that. In my opinion, that would be like if it went like that every time, I would be completely okay with it.
But they showed up with a truck, a minivan, and a car, 2 cars, and they had their relatives all came, and they all loaded up as much as they could.
See, that's cool. That's what happened with Pam 17 years later.
Because I was going to take everything, but they have nowhere to put everything. That's the issue,
9 times out of 10, they have no means of transportation or nowhere to put anything. Which I understand. Life has its highs and its lows, but guys, it's not about like when you get a storage unit, you are legally obligated to remove all the contents. I cannot say, okay, give me the money, you can pay the unit, here you go. I can't do that. That's I have to move out. And then if that spot is available, that person can be a new tenant in the same spot.
All right. I was hoping that I was going to get this done next week try to have more time for she could go through more stuff and, make multiple trips. The lady calls me up and said, we need everything out by Saturday.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
the problem is I got an offsite auction I'm cataloging. I got my storage unit auctions this Saturday. So anyone wants to come out and see us, hey, this Saturday, 10 o'clock, but in Paynesville. But we have those auctions. So there's no way I'm going to be able to get everything out by, she said the unit's already rented.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Martin, that's a good point. He said, Guapo, you got to take it to them like the Hales does. I would never trust anybody to empty a unit for me that I was responsible for. So in that particular instance, Tim, that lady suggested that the method be that. She basically suggested that she insisted that she would go and grab all of the stuff. So everything is a life lesson, Tim. Everything is a life lesson. You learn through your mistakes. And I'm learning through every single day, every single day. Most of my conversations with all three of these gentlemen, I learned one thing new. So, definitely
like today. I mean, I sat there, the lady, I told her I was going to be there probably around 7 o'clock. And then I sat there for an hour and a half. You want that? So I sat there for an hour and a half, and it was just, it's like my guy's sitting there with me. He's like, Rob, shouldn't we just load everything? And what happens, if they don't show up? And I'm like, it's one of those, you're in this situation. It's like you're waiting for these people to come to get their stuff. And then it's like, it puts you in a bind because it's like, you worked all day, you're waiting for these people. And it's just like, but at the end of the day, you're doing the right thing,
Yeah.
And, I would never even thought about that if it wasn't for what the Hales. So I could get paid at Hales props because, I wouldn't, and, I never thought about restoraging the love before or anything like that. And, and then when I got, people like Dave to join along and things like that, that's a big movement.
That's
yeah. Right. To monopolize it. Yeah, dude, that's a huge movement. I definitely 100%
huge change in Dave's personality, heart, whatever you want to say.
Because I did that one with him a long time ago, and he even said something about it. He's just like, man, remember how we helped that lady? So it made him. I told. I think it was at you, Conky. His heart grew 3 sizes that day.
That's what I was just laughing about.
Yeah, because you gotta understand, guys. These guys never did that. When that culture was brought in, and I always did things like that, but I never had the label. I never had the opportunity to do it through a storage unit, and I never labeled it restoraging the love and made it like a thing.
Yeah, we never talked about even units. We would never let anyone look in our units. That was definitely a no. You just slam the door shut and lock it.
Yeah.
Now everyone I would go in and videotape you. Hey, Rob, come look at my unit.
Yeah, no. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna bring that culture back. Nobody's looking through any of my units anymore.
You're the first one jumping into everybody's units when they buy them.
They'll get the unit, and I just get right in.
Managers yelling at you.
Get out the unit.
Hey, Rob, wasn't Dave saying something, or was it you saying something about a guy that went into another guy's unit? They slammed the door shut and locked it and left. Wasn't that Dan?
Yeah, that happened to Dan. Dan Do It All. You guys know Dan with the big red truck, Dan?
Yeah.
So, there's the one guy I was talking about that when it stopped bidding. His name is Brian. Okay, Brian's a big time buyer. He's got a lot of money, and he runs
nothing
like carny operations or something. Anyways, when his season's over or whatever, he's out buying storage units. So everyone's like, "Oh, Brian buys all stuff." Long story short, Dan goes into his unit, and Brian goes, "I didn't tell you to go in there." He just shuts the door and locks it. Okay. Now most people are like, "Oh yeah, he just shut the door, lock it, unlock it." Then he's like, he just walked away. I'm like, "What the heck?" And he's like, "Hey, he went in it. I don't care." And then Dan starts calling me up. "Hey, I'm locked in the unit and stuff." I said, "Well, I'll try to talk Brian and open the unit." Then Brian's like, "I don't even got the key to that lock." So then Dan was locked in the unit for 25 minutes, 20 minutes or something. Finally,
I would kill Brian. It would
Brian, his one guy that's working with him goes and finds the key finally and opens up the unit or something. But we were all laughing, and Dan, he was just like, "I don't care. I went through everything in your unit, took all the good stuff into my pockets,
Oh my God, Dan. Yo, Dan, if you're watching this right now, you are a A1 little girl for not doing anything about that. If I was locked in a unit for half an hour, no, it's not happening.
It was funny though. That was the one time it's like one of those things that I wish I had on video because
Yeah, that one.
a storage buyer gets locked in unit by another buyer.
Oh, dude,
I already see the video.
So mad.
That would be a good video.
Help! Let me out.
When are we going to be on Netflix? Jeremy, explain to Susan why you would never be on Netflix.
I'll never be on any TV show because I will never work for anybody except for myself. It's April Fool's. It's a joke, sarcasm, humor. So we have had producers approach us multiple times about TV programs. We never say yes. We've never agreed to anything, and I can't foresee why we ever would. There would never, ever be a circumstance that I can envision that we would actually say yes. And some of you may be thinking, well, wouldn't you make more money on TV than what you do? And the answer is no, nowhere near.
People have a misconception. Like they think you're on TV, you make millions of dollars right away.
Or something. Dude, a lot of those reality TV stars are so broke. It's ridiculous.
I would lose so much income by ever signing up with a TV program that it'd be devastating to my businesses. And so it's never, ever, I can't foresee it ever happening. There would never be a package that they would present to me that number one, I would be okay with the scheduling, or number two, that they would be able to afford for us to arrange to supplement the income that we make. They would not be able to put a package together that would be able to do that.
Yeah, and people got to understand too. It's not short term for you packaged. Because every time you're making a video, you own that right, and that video could be watched from now for the next 20 years. It could be watched, who knows how many times.
When you sign with a production company, or you sign with a network, they own you, your name, the marketing, no compete, what you can do online, what you can't do online, and I'll never ever put myself. And this isn't what I'm talking about right now. Is not an April Fool's joke. The post this morning is the April Fool's joke. But we would. I could speak for myself. I would never sign. I can't foresee ever signing anything for a TV network deal. That's not to say
I would if it didn't take that much of my time, dude. But if it took too much of my time, I definitely would not do it. The mic producer guy still hasn't contacted me. I don't know if what the deal is with that TV show coming up. But I feel like Jeremy definitely has a good point, man. I would lose so much income on my everyday basis, man. Check this out. I have a quick story. I was going to unload the unit yesterday, but as I was leaving, a lady pulls up in my driveway that went to one of my garage sales. Well, one of Chapo and my Nana's garage sales. When I was out of town in Atlanta, they had a garage sale. And the lady goes, "Do you still have those plastic chairs?" And usually that's a big no-no. You can't just show up to the house. Absolutely not. But I had them handy, and it was a disabled lady. Then she asked for a queen size bed, and I just happened to have a queen size bed literally laying on the floor. It was wrapped up. And I was like, yeah, I have one of those. Do you need it delivered? And that just happens to be 5 minutes away from me. And I happen to have room in my box truck. So that was a pretty awesome, scenario like that. And guys, that's a prime example of being present and being around. If I wasn't at my house or I wasn't able to, maneuver like that, I wouldn't have got that sale. And honestly, look what happened. It snowed. That mattress would have still been outside. I would have deemed it as garbage, so.
Flippin' Adventures just said being on TV takes you from fun employed and makes you employed. And I think that's the biggest thing that maybe people don't understand, because people dream of fame. I've never had a dream of fame. I could care less about fame. That means nothing to me. My dreams are very different. They're purpose oriented to change people's lives frankly, for the kingdom, for God's glory. And so the way that I'm able to do that is restores the love. There's a lot of ways that we're able to do that. There's some ways you see online. There's some ways you aren't. And so, but the biggest thing is, even though I go, well, you'd never be able to make the income and replace the income that are making now. How do you put a price on you control your schedule, what we call fun employment? How do you put a price on that? I mean,
not having a boss.
How do you put a price on not having a boss? And I know you guys are all the same way. You feel the same way. We talk about it so often. It's freedom. It's freedom and not being, tomorrow morning, if I want to sleep till noon, guess what I get to do? Sleep till noon. It'll never happen. That's not the type of person I am. But nobody can tell me no, and that's freedom. And so whether
Conky and I went to Pittsburgh, we had the freedom just to go to Pittsburgh. We'd have to ask our boss, "Hey, can we have the day off to go to Pittsburgh?"
Yeah.
If I make $40,000 in a year, and I have freedom, versus $4 million in a year, but I don't have any freedom. I mean, that's where you got to ask yourself the question: what's more valuable for me personally? And I understand everybody's in the chat is going to go, well, it's $4 million. I mean, I want the $4 million. I'll work for somebody for $4 million. Well, you have to understand, a person such as myself is financially secure. I have no debt in my life. And so the reality, I don't draw a paycheck as it is anyway. I don't get any money for what I do. Nothing. Everything goes into it, either a trust for the kids. Nothing. I do not get paid for anything I do in my life. I don't do anything for money because I don't get paid. I don't draw a paycheck. It's all about the freedom for me. So I would choose $40,000 and have complete control of my schedule and know that I have control of my schedule versus 4 million and somebody going, all right, we got to work 100 hours this week. We got to film this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And then they have control of all of that content, and then they make the money off of that content, and then they get rich off of my image or my content or creativity or ideas. And I would go, forget the 4 million. But I also can say that from being in a place financially secure, no debt, and for me, the higher value is control and freedom of schedule versus the actual dollar. But that's where I am in my life.
It's a good place to be.
I'll never have a boss for the rest of my life.
Unless you get married.
It started at what? 21? 20? 19? I'm 26 now. I think my last job was I was a RA I was a residential advisor for my college.
Are you the guy that knocked on my door, was yelling at me for being too loud with the music?
Yeah. But dude, I was the coolest RA ever, dude. It was insane.
I couldn't imagine Guapo as the RA because I know all the RAs I had in college.
Dude, everybody was like, "How are you an RA, dude?"
You'd be knocking on your door.
Don't get me in trouble. I won't get you in trouble. That's it.
What time's the party start?
Yep. If I see it, I'm taking it.
That's funny.
Super funny, man. Super funny.
Financial
freedom is priceless, guys.
I remember my last, well, no, not my last job. My last job, I had some freedom because I was a field service representative. The job before that, I used to have to walk into a shop and punch a time clock. And that was after, years of working for myself. And I tell you what, you see a time clock after you work for yourself, it just makes you sick.
I just don't think I can do it. It's not a disrespect for authority or a boss or anything like that. It's just once you experience freedom, it's very, very difficult. Once you experience freedom in your schedule to be able to get up and go and do whatever you want to do at any time, it's very, very difficult to chain yourself back, to go back to to slavery. I mean, in all reality, once you get a taste of freedom.
Can I say something though, really quick? I feel like this is a good way to expand on what we're saying here. Now, guys, I feel like all three of us can definitely say that we definitely don't have a boss, but we work more than people that do have a boss.
100%, hands down.
Oh,
100%, 100%. Okay, everybody agrees. Okay. Now,
I never worked 40 hours a week in my life.
Now, with that being said, we work exponentially more than people that have a boss, but the freedom in having a free kind of like fun employment, it comes with a mentality and a work ethic. And I really feel like a lot of people that do it successfully all have kind of the same thing in common, which is a heavy drive and work ethic. Would you guys agree?
Well, absolutely, but here's the frustration that comes with being your own boss and being so busy is like Jeremy, Guapo, Rob, if I call one of you on the phone, you know it's important, it's to the point, it's, you know, we're going to talk about something real quick and then we're going to get off the phone and we're all going to go back to what we were doing. It's weird when you deal with somebody who, I don't know, who isn't their own boss, I guess. I don't know how I want to put it. But some people just think that if you are your own boss, you're just sitting there doing nothing because, hey, what the heck? You don't have a boss to report to, and you've got plenty of time to just mess around and waste time. You know what I mean? And they're offended when you have to tell them that, no, it's not like that. It's 80 hours instead of 40 hours a week. You know,
that and the money thing. And there's that, and then they do that same exact concept with the money thing. Like, oh, you make all this money, so you know, go ahead and you can throw around this amount of, you know, that same exact concept that Conky just preached with the time and the leisure. It's also interpreted with people on the outside in that have a boss with money and the money concept. That's something that I definitely experience as well, guys.
Well, the greatest misperception. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts from everybody looking from the outside. It drives me nuts for people in my own realm of influence who go, oh, you make this much money, therefore you should do this and you should do this and you have no idea what my expenses are. My expenses are huge. My expenses are huge. So let's just throw a random number out, okay? Let's say I made $100,000 this month. We're just doing this for math. I'm not saying I made $100,000 this month, okay? We're just doing this for math. Let's say I made $100,000 this month. Again, we're not saying that Jeremy Hales made $100,000.
Why are you saying so much?
Let's just say it.
I did not. I made nothing this month. But what does it take? What does it take to make $100,000 in a month? Okay, so what's the expenses for an individual to make $100,000 in a month? Well, those expenses, let's just think over what the Hales since the transition to Florida. The transition to Florida to generate Florida videos, which is a job. It is a 80-hour-a-week job. You had $250,000 in property to purchase. That's first expense. You had travel expenses. You had 3 months of rental expenses. You had food. You had, and it goes on and on. Then you saw another $100,000 just to get up and running on the $250,000 of property. So now we're at, okay, so we were at 250. So now we're at $350,000. Then to continue on, you actually witnessed another $50,000. So now we're at, I mean, this is what I'm talking about just in the past months. You've seen us spend in the past months in Florida on videos that you've actually seen that we've shown. There's been over $500,000 spent. Can you imagine Okay, so my expenses are huge. I don't have money just to throw around and go, well, you should, somebody goes, well, if an employee comes to you and goes, well, I should get this much money. Okay, why? Well, because you make this much money. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you that much money. You can have all the expenses. All right. I need $500,000. Whatever it is, employees don't think through that. Whether you work at Walmart, McDonald's, it doesn't matter where you're at. Employees seem to only see the money coming in and have no concept of the immense expenses that it is to run a business. And we all know this. What is your biggest expense in your profit and loss every year? Your biggest expense is
labor.
It's employees. If in a business, if we want to decrease expenses, the very first thing we do is we decrease employees. And so it's for them to come in it and go, oh yeah, you got it made. You're the boss. Da 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 da. You guys understand where I'm coming from as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I took it. I felt like it was a great opportunity to kind of branch off of what Conky was saying, because now that we're on this topic, those are two real common misconceptions: the money leisure, the time leisure. Sometimes, and we can flip it too, guys. We can flip it and say, okay, and I'm speaking for myself. I don't want to, kind of speak for you guys, but it's real easy to kind of sort of like say, oh, I am my own boss. And, let me talk for me. Oh, let me load this storage unit and resell, all of this furniture from 2 units ago so I can catch up to my profit, instead of upload a video or finish my video. Or that it's with choice. With great power comes great responsibility, guys. We'll go with the Spider-Man quote there. You guys definitely got to prioritize when you have that leisure. People with the 9 to 5, they know that they're clocking in at 9. They know that they're getting off at 5. So
well, that's a matter of, I guess, organizing your time and
yeah,
organized in general.
But with your choices, you got that choice. So that choice is, sometimes you could, everything's life's about decisions, guys. Every day you wake up and you decide what you're going to do. Every day Jeremy wakes up and decides what the next video is going to be. What is the next adventure? Let me make this decision today. So
we literally woke up to what we saw on our cameras. And you guys know the neighbors broke 2 of our cameras. Guess what the video was today? We woke up and we decided it's on like Donkey Kong.
Yep.
And crazy. It was on like Donkey Kong.
I'll be right back.
That'll be a Monday. That'll be a Monday video. What we recorded today will be a Monday video.
Isn't it nice being a couple days ahead?
Oh my goodness. That's when I bought that unit in Clearwater, that's what George and I were talking about. We were like, listen, we can get 5 videos out of this unit and we can get so far ahead and actually work on the ranch again. Because if I can get far enough ahead on the videos, we can actually get work done. I haven't been on the tractor in weeks because I can't get ahead. I can't get ahead enough with the YouTube job to actually do things that I need to do in my personal life. And that's as simple as paying bills. Like I have a morning meeting every morning with Christian and Patience. I've blown them off the entire week. They have to run through what they're doing every day. And then I've blown them off. I haven't even talked to them yet. Like she just sent me a text. She sent me a text. Oh, I just realized I didn't say happy birthday and it's April 1st. And I text back and I said, you're fired. April Fools. So that's the communication I've had this week with my employees in Ohio. I just running nonstop. So it's very, very nice to be ahead. And we are interviewing. We brought somebody local in today to actually film for us. And it was stage 2 of the interview process. So that was kind of nice to have extra help, extra hands. the nice thing is this individual used to be a correctional officer, always carries. So really, it's joint. It's for us at the level that we're at. We always have to have protection with us all the time wherever we go because there are crazy people, and so not only can we have help with filming, but we can have additional help with actual protection as well during that process. So that's kind of a added bonus there too. But you just never know what's going on, and it's crazy.
Yeah, guys, everybody in this chat right now, if you are not subscribed to all four of us, what are you guys waiting for? Definitely hit that subscribe button to Second Sense, Conky's Flipping Adventures, What the Hales, and Storage Legends. Guys, definitely make sure you're there. Keep up with all of our videos. It's going down.
You see,
I need 35 more subs.
Tim Martin said, Jeremy, do you play the game with them for an interview? Now, that doesn't make sense to anybody but Tim Martin because Tim's one of my buddies from way back when. So
really?
in my office, I used to have a 3D tic-tac-toe game. And I've done thousands and thousands of interviews. And that 3D tic-tac-toe game was the way that I started every interview. So it was the icebreaker, and the icebreaker was a way for me to get to analyze your mind. And so I used that game to actually, I was interviewing you before I even interviewed you with the game. And I'd be like, you know what? Let's clear the table and let's pull this game. Let's play a game. You know how to play 3D tic-tac-toe? And then I'd be like, what do you want? You want X's or O's? That game was the start of every single interview. And typically I could evaluate within that 5-minute game whether you were a good fit or not. Because I got to see how you thought, how you applied, how you acted, whether I could play it without even thinking. And so I literally, as a person, would put a piece down, say they were O. As soon as they put a piece down, I would literally have the next piece. I would slam it down. So I'd put them in a stressful situation and see how they responded. And I knew the jobs in the position we were in were stressful. So I got to see how they would react. So I could ask them the question, how do you act in a stressful situation? Oh, well, I do great. I'm playing a game with them, and they don't even realize I'm interviewing them. And so I would make different moves and do different things and interview them in 5 minutes before the interview even started. They just never knew they were being interviewed. That's what Tim is actually talking about.
Wow.
But the answer is no. 3D tic-tac-toe, the interview tic-tac-toe game is up in Ohio. And
thank you for subscribing so much.
Problem-solving skills. I would always look to see, problem-solving skills under stress. How did they respond? All those types of things. I was looking at it all within 5 minutes.
I used to do the old, it's an easy question, then it'd always get difficult because I tell people, name the 3 best qualities about you. Everyone could do that real quick. I'm a hard worker. They'll tell you all this stuff, And I'm like, okay. But then I go, well, so these are your 3 things. Tell me about each one and what makes you that person. Then as they have to put thought, it's easy to say, I'm a hard worker. Well, what makes you a hard worker? Well, I come to work and do my job. Well, okay, that's pretty much what you're supposed to do, right? I mean, that makes you a hard worker, But you put ask these questions. But it was easy. Everyone would give you these 3 quick questions, but when they have to sit there and tell you why they said those 3 things, then you could, in that amount of time, the same kind of thing. You put them under some stressful situation and see how they respond to the stress.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rosie. She has almost 1,000 views.
Nice.
There you go.
Oh, wait, what has almost 1,000 views?
Rosie's Random Treasures.
Oh, there we go.
So here's some encouragement for Rosie or for anybody else who has a channel. Rosie, when you started your channel to right now, if you were to go back on the What the Hales, which wasn't What the Hales at that time, from when I started the channel, if you were to say you were a channel for 30 days now, although I think it's more than 30 days, your views and your subscribers are beating What the Hales in that same time frame when I began.
Didn't mean to say still.
I get sad when subscribers make their own channels because then they just don't they're not they stop coming in our chat. Sucks. I miss
They
a
get
few.
busy.
They get busy. They get busy. But I don't want to disencourage anybody from evolving. But I miss certain subscribers because they got their own chat. So.
Rosie started in January, February, March. In 3 months, Rosie, you have 1,000 views, and you 39 subscribers. In 3 months, I didn't have anything anywhere near that.
Everybody, let's get Rosie to 1,000 subscribers. So everybody just subscribe to Rosie right now. Like literally.
There's 269 people in the chat.
269 people need to go subscribe to Rosie's channel. So guys, what kind of truck am I buying?
I don't know. What kind of truck are you buying?
I don't know. I wanted a Dodge Ram, to be honest.
Get diesel for hauling.
Wait, why do you say that?
More hauling power.
Nah.
Tim says Jeremy had me as a sub in his first 3 months. That was about it. And it probably was. It literally probably was.
Well, guys, I got to get off. I got to edit.
We know what you want to go do.
Dude, I have to get out of video, dude. I'm about to have an overload, dude.
You need to come to Florida and help me out.
Yeah, I do need to go to Florida. I have my meeting on the 6th. Today's April 1st, dude. We should have made a April Fool's joke.
I did. I posted it this morning.
Oh, did you? What'd you say?
Dude, he made the snow in Ohio today. That was his April Fool's joke. Thanks, Jeremy.
All right, I'll let you know what I said. I got to pull it up here.
It's funny. You're always reposting all kind of memes.
All right, I'm going to show it to you so you can see it. Remember what we were just talking about? So it says huge announcement coming soon, and this is what it says.
Yes, I can't believe Discovery Channel has finally picked up a reality show, Storage Wars, Gold Diggers, Survivor, and Swamp Brothers, all combined in one new series called What the Hales. It's going to be huge. Meeting with Netflix tomorrow. Oh, it's funny. That's so funny.
If you'd have done that on any other day, I'd have called you up and said, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yeah.
You guys know I would never. You guys know.
Guapo, what is your channel? Oh my gosh, guys, can we remind Susan what my
It's at
channel
guapo.com.
is? Can everybody like?
Oh, it says the legend. I thought it said Storage Legends. No,
It's
it's Storage Legends.
Jeremy, time to edit. We both know. We all know when we say it's time to edit, that means bathroom time.
I don't know why I can't get a green screen going.
Because there's no green behind you.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on really quick. Is this a green? Let me see. There we go.
Whoa.
Is that wild or what?
It's like a brick wall.
You're messing with my head, man.
It's like you're holding up a chimney.
Yeah, you guys don't know anything about this. I know how to change things. Ha 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 ha! Guapo, $5. So, guys, my channel is Storage Legends, guys. Storage Legends. If anybody is here that is not subscribed, what are you guys thinking? Subscribe. And I don't know. Is it your turn to? Is it your turn?
Okay,
Yes, subscribe.
my channel is What the Hales, and if you're not subscribed, then please make sure you subscribe because you never know what the Hales we're gonna find. No, I do want to say one thing. You got Tim Martin in here, and he said he was probably my first subscriber in the first 3 months. Guys, it's hard to find good people. You guys know that. We've all learned that through YouTube, that people use you and abuse you. Tim has been a friend, a very, very close friend, through thick and thin. No matter if I was done the stupidest thing in the world, been the stupidest person in the world, Tim has always been there with a loving heart And I appreciate his friendship, and frankly, I appreciate your guys' friendship as well, as we've all been on this YouTube journey together. You guys literally make it fun. And you guys already know, I wish you were all here in Florida, because it'd be a Hales of a lot more fun if you were all down here.
I was
You never know what the Hales we would find.
Wait, Jeremy, did you just say you've done something stupid?
Oh my goodness. You should have been at my birthday party. I'm telling you guys.
Look,
When you
Tim
see this
is
video-
dogging me in the chat right now, dude. He's like, video every day, Guapo. I wait for your videos. Tim is just
Thanks, Fast.
So true.
Super chat.
it's Guapo's turn to pray.
It is.
That's true.
Guys, if I told you for my birthday, I went in the middle of a pond filled with gators that were literally inches away from us, and played King of the Hill on top of a paddleboard, one person versus another person, and you had to knock the other person into the gators, would you believe me?
No.
No.
Make sure you watch Saturday's video. And I guarantee
Dude, I would be so mad.
one of you.
Competitive.
Not one of you would have went in there and played King of the Hill on the paddleboard filled with gators all around you. With me.
No, you know I would have. You're crazy. I
I could have
definitely
maybe got you in there. I don't know about these other two.
you two definitely wouldn't
It
have.
was
Dude, the night before, that croc almost took Robbie's leg off. The next day, Guapo was chasing that exact croc in that exact den in the light time. And I got that on video.
That was the pond.
Oh, you see, and dude, that one you got to worry about the most aggressive one, the actual crocodile in there, right? And dude, that same one was like this. Look, Jeremy. It was like this when we walked in. Look,
Ready to bite you. I'm telling you guys, Saturday's video is going to be so intense. It is the craziest birthday celebration I've ever had in my life.
Dude, that
I'm lucky to be alive.
Were you trying to just like die at exactly 44 years old?
Dude, that crocodile.
I don't even know how it happened. I honestly don't even know how it happened. But you guys are either gonna think it was the greatest thing in the world, or you're gonna be like, that was the craziest thing. And it was you're shaking with fear, because whoever gets knocked off, you're landing inches away from gators.
Yeah, no, like literally, like you don't understand, man. That crocodile. The next day, it was like this, Jeremy. It was like this.
You guys are not going to believe Saturday's video. I promise you.
It's so funny, and I'm chasing it. You guys got to reference my video, guys. Make sure to reference my video. I have the video out, and I'm chasing that same gator that almost took Robbie's left leg off at nighttime. And luckily, the gator, I got him in slow motion going into the pond, and he goes like this. He goes like this, Jeremy, like this. And dude, and I chase him. I get a little bit close, and he runs into the pond. But dude, he could easily just come at me and like take my leg off.
You guys are gonna crap your pants when you see the birthday celebration. Saturday it comes out. I don't even think Guapo would have done it. I don't.
Dude, do a countdown. You should do a countdown. You never do those. Like, I don't know. Look, George is laughing in the chat, Jeremy, because she knows that crocodile.
Yeah. There's no way George would not step foot out there no matter what. And I don't even know how I got out there and honestly how I survived.
I put my head by a Cuban crocodile. Don't tell me I would not play King of the Hill.
Dude,
I would play
no
King of the Hill.
Literally, you are on a paddleboard and there are gators all around you, and the person who falls in with the gators.
I would do that.
Fences.
I'm doing it because you or Jeremy or Z are not beating me in King of the Hill. So I'm going.
You want to know what the prize for winning was?
Keeping your leg. Yeah.
Life. You want another day to live.
Yeah, that's what it is. People are probably thinking at you, Jeremy, like, why are you doing this?
Just wait till Saturday, man. Wait till Saturday.
Dude, do a
You guys
countdown,
should have been
dude.
for the party.
Sheesh.
Craziest thing in the world.
Oh my gosh, the Catch Me Outside girl just on Dr. Phil, the Catch Me Outside girl, she just made $1 million on OnlyFans in 6 hours. A lot of money to make on an OnlyFans site. That's a lot of money to make, dude, in 6 hours. Dude.
Should I start an OnlyFans? Dude,
Jeremy, I really feel I could make money. Oh, that's funny. All right, guys, I'll do the prayer. I
Well, it's your turn.
I'm pretty sure it's your turn.
yeah,
That's
I
what
don't think I've done it. I don't think I've done it in a few months.
the viewer said. It's your turn,
Yep.
Yeah,
They all said Guapo's up.
I guess so, man.
and the viewers don't lie.
Well, guys, we have talked about a lot of very productive things, as always, like we always do on Auctions Anonymous. And I want to formally thank everybody here for being here and kind of hanging out with us crazies. I really feel like it's been one of those successful Auctions Anonymous is where I hope a lot of people that watched us, for this 2 hours, walked away with some knowledge,
Or a laugh or two.
or a laugh or two.
Hopefully, yeah, at least a laugh or two.
He said auction anonymouses, like hippopotamuses.
No, you wouldn't say Chinese. You wouldn't say Chineses. Chineses?
Crazy.
No.
Don't try to do plural, Guapo. Just
No, you can't. Are we gonna? You want to do a plural lesson? We can do a plural lesson.
No, the word was. I just like it because it sounded like hippopotamus.
Chineses, Auctions Anonymouses.
Auctions Anonymous.
There you go.
I like that one actually. I might get a T-shirt made.
There you go.
Brazilians, Zilizans, United Statesans,
Melons.
melons. Yeah, at the end of the day, yeah. At the end of the day, I don't really know
Melonsins.
melons,
as
mellings.
We'll go with that.
Mellings. At the end of the day, guys, the one thing that we should walk away from and walk away with is melons.
Melons.
Not with 2 L's, not lowercased, uppercased, one word, melons.
Melons.
Just remember that everybody in the chat, if he wants you to type in melons, it's got to be in all caps. Just
Yeah,
all
it
caps.
has to be in all caps, guys.
Yeah.
We don't mess around with lowercase melons.
We
Only
don't mess
capital.
around with
Have
lowercase.
that tattooed on the inside of your eyeballs.
Under
all
my
caps.
lip
Melons.
is tattooed melons. So I don't know. I really don't know what else to say. I'm sorry you picked the wrong day, guys, but you picked the wrong day. Guys, melons. That's it. That's it. I don't know
is
what
that the prayer. Amen. Am I supposed to say amen?
melons. I mean, honestly, I don't want to involve we're not going to throw that in the prayer, but this is the pre-prayer. And the pre-prayer is a one-word statement.
In all caps.
In all caps, no L.
Is
No
there an
double
exclamation point afterwards?
L. No, see, Rob, Jeremy, get him.
Roberto?
Roberto, one word and one word only, no explanation point, not another L in sight, just one L. Melons.
Two S's.
No S's, just one S.
Some people want to know where the melons joke came from.
I'm
going to explain it really quick.
Don't do it. Don't do it. The way it came from, guys.
Guapo visited Florida, and I started asking questions, which all led to the answer of melons. And so I cracked the joke once, and then everything after that, I would keep asking questions that always ended to the answer of melons.
Melons.
And so now it's an inside joke of melons.
So yeah, so now guys, if you don't like I said, it's coming at you every which way possible. Melons. Okay, accept it. Receive
it's the end-all answer to everything.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not coming all the ways though. It's not coming lowercase.
Yeah.
True.
Or with an exclamation point.
Whoa. George carries the cream you sent me with everywhere. Wait, who sent George that's cream?
That's the magic cream that she let you put on your butt bites.
Who sent that cream though? Who sent that? Because I want to thank them on live. Like,
you love that miracle stuff.
Dude, that stuff saved me and Chapo on the mosquito bites. It was terrible, man. It was terrible. And those things, I'm telling you, man, I woke up one day and I was just like, ah! And then I stopped and realized one thing, guys. Melons.
Melons it is.
June was
all for everything.
Melons it is, guys. I don't know, man. I'm kind of like scared to let you guys go. We kind of hung out like pretty cool for a long time, but are we praying or what are we doing? First of all, Rob, don't go and fold your head and put your head down. You got your glasses on still. So now what? Now
you want me to take my clothes off too? I mean, what?
Take your sweater off, bro. Take your sweater off, bro. Like, he's like, what do you want me to take my clothes off? That's like so funny. Put the Joker away. No, I'm just playing. Guapo, mention our son Joe. Yeah, Catherine, I've been praying for your son in like every prayer that I've been doing. So I know that you guys weren't in the auction yesterday. We kind of postponed the auction, but we definitely made it abundantly clear to pray for you and the family. So definitely make that a scenario here. Are we praying for anybody else specific? Guys,
just the people that I helped with the Restores of Love.
Anybody else?
Nope.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay. Let me see. Please pray. I just gotta I get out the hospital tomorrow. Okay, we got Kai. Lord Jesus, we really want to pray for Kai to get out the hospital. We prayed for her yesterday. We'll pray for her today. Lord, we also want to pray for the Sword Out family. We prayed for them, and we will continue to pray for them. Losing a son is always something very hard to take in, and losing anybody for that matter. Lord, I just want us to all just become awesome resellers and whatever we inspire to be. Lord, I want us to, or Lord, please allow us to continue to reach our goals as we make them every day. And bless us all, bless this night, bless tomorrow, bless yesterday, and just allow us to be blessed. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Sing it, Guapo.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
$5.
Guapo said amen.
$7. Guapo. Rob, don't outbid me. Guapo 5.
Is Guapo even here?
Guapo.
I was bidding out
Guapo.
in Pittsburgh. In Pittsburgh,
away.
Guapo. They were ending the auction. I said, Guapo, $5.
Rob, don't outbid me. Guapo coming in for $8.50. $8.50 here. I would like an $8.50 bid, please. Guapo.
So is that it? We're all tapped out now?
We're done.
Yeah.
We're done. I'll continue.
At a time.
Yeah, I gotta go edit.
Good night, everybody.
I gotta edit on
Good
my
night.
too.
Good night, everybody. Love you guys. See you later.